I have to say that from my standpoint, I'm very proud of working with Hydro Flask, and I'm proud to be a partner of theirs. For a small company that they are, they have some of the best talent that I've worked with in the state of Oregon. Great people.
So what Hydro Flask does is we deliver great hydration and food and beverage experiences. And by that I mean we provide reusable water bottles, insulated beer growlers, pint cups, food flasks that keep things hot up to 12 hours, keep things cold up to 24 hours, and are great fun accessories for active people's lives. So our purpose as a company is to save the world from lukewarm. And it started by no one wants lukewarm water. Well, no one really wanted lukewarm beer either. No one wanted lukewarm coffee. So we decided that was our mission. But we look at lukewarm not just the temperature of the beverage in our consumers' Hydro Flask. We look at lukewarm as, gosh, the way that so much business is done. It's average, it's a compromise, it's kind of the status quo.
You know, after working with them for the last few years, really noticed them working within their communities, you know, hearing some of the things that they've done, and really that was just a scratch of the surface.
It's great to support national charities, it's great to support things that our customers around the country would relate to, but it's also important for us as employees to do things that make a local impact.
You know, a lot of it comes from the individuals that work within the company that have some passion one way or the other. They have a connection with them.
When we looked at the charitable giving initiative, we said, wow, I have some opinions, but let's get some passionate people in a room. Let's spend enough time really talking about this. Let's look at the options. Let's kick things back and forth.
They really do focus on making sure that they get the right individual or the right nonprofit to work with and make sure that there's a true need there. So not just to send money over to a nonprofit just because they're used to doing it or they've always done it. They do it for purpose.
It's not so much a mandate like, okay, this quarter we got to do this. It's more people just showing up and saying, hey, this is something that matters to me and my family. Would others like to join us in supporting this cause? So some of the local organizations that we get involved with and support would include Oregon Natural Desert Association, or ONDA.
Oregon Natural Desert Association is an organization that has over 5,000 members spread across the state of Oregon, and we work to protect, defend, and restore Oregon's high desert.
So we like what they're doing to protect some of the great land in Oregon that may not be on people's radar. We've sent groups of employees out to do work and support some of the projects they have. Examples are just old ranch land that no longer operative, that have barbed wire fences that impede some of the natural elk migration.
You look at Hart Mountain as one of our wildlife refuges in eastern Oregon. It's a 250,000 acre area, and over the last 2 decades, volunteers have removed over 250 miles of fence from that area. That's the type of work Hydro Flask employees have been getting out and doing to make sure that Oregon's high desert tomorrow is a better place than it is today.
They practice what they preach, and they get out there and they do it.
Hydro Flask, for the size of the company, I think has an outsized reputation in the community because they're seen as being a positive member of the community, an employer that really understands what it means to be a Central Oregonian and make sure that Central Oregon remains a great place for all of us to live, work, and play.
One of the things great about being in Bend is Mount Bachelor is 20 some odd miles away. And I tell you, the people that seem to have the most fun up there are veterans or others that may not otherwise have the ability to ski, that are in sleds, that are ripping down the mountain, hooting and hollering with a bunch of volunteers, expert skiers trying to keep up with them. And that's what Oregon Adaptive Sports does, is they provide equipment, they provide the fees and the resources to help these people get on the mountain and do things and enjoy the outdoors when they normally couldn't do that.
When I look around the community at the projects that Hydro Flask is supporting, those efforts are things that I think are essential to the fabric of this community.
Other things we do is we give Hydro Flask product to those that are less fortunate. So last year we gave out 6,000 that went out across the state to provide hot tea, hot coffee capability for those that living on the street, and at a perfect time around year end. We felt really great about it, another way that which we can give back. 5% Back is our charitable arm that's aimed at the consumers. Basically, you buy a Hydro Flask, and then 5% of the profits from that bottle go to the charity you choose. And there's a dozen different charities like World Wildlife Fund, Leave No Trace, Adopt a Classroom, American Cancer Society, etc. And it's really awesome in that this is a way that consumers can make a difference as well.
You know, Hydro Flask has clearly demonstrated that they're interested in not only being a good local citizen here in Central Oregon, but being a good global citizen. And I think that's a model for, you know, other businesses to aspire to.
I have to say that from my standpoint, I'm very proud of working with Hydro Flask, and I'm proud to be a partner of theirs.
I think Hydro Flask doesn't give themselves enough credit. They've never been an organization or a company that I think supports ONDA or other organizations because it's good for their bottom line. They do it because they believe in the mission of the organization. They've never asked for anything in return, and that says a lot about them as a company.
When we were notified about winning this award, we were excited. This is we don't do these things for recognition, but it also makes us feel proud. It makes us stop and pause and talk about this, that there's others that look at what we're doing and say, hey, that's really great. So we don't mind the encouragement. We certainly are proud about it.
I can't think of an organization within the community that's more deserving of something called a Community Applause Award than Hydro Flask. You know, they truly do deserve the applause of this community.
I'm pretty ecstatic about them winning, and they do deserve it, 100% deserve it.